There we go.
Now we're on the air. I'm George West, and welcome to South Florida Roller Derby on 247miami.tv. I'm joined not in the studio. We're live, man.
Live, remote.
It does not get more live than this.
This is very live.
There's creepy people surrounding us, sketchy people coming off the bus stop. Anything could happen at any time.
We've been seeing it all today.
All right, so we are here tonight for the Jingle Brawl. Yes, that's right. Miami's Vice City Rollers have broken it down. They invited the boys onto the track tonight. We've got the Jingle Brawlers taking on the Mistletoe Misfits. Action starts right here on 247miami.tv promptly at 7 o'clock. But until then, Craig and I are going to be interviewing some of the members of the team, some of the founders of the team. And to get us started, let's go back to the beginning, to the headwaters. That's what Mom always said. You know, if you want the good stuff, the good information, you got to go to the headwaters. You know? So with that in mind, we bring on one Miss Tallygator, who is a co-founder of Miami's Vice City Rollers. Hello.
Hi.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We do appreciate it. Yeah, don't be shy of the microphone. It's okay.
Go right up to it.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Gotcha.
We got a little bit of feedback action there. It's got to be you with the camera there, Lewis. Yeah. Okay. All right. And here comes more feedback. I think it's coming from the amp. Can we turn the amp down?
Turn the headphone amp.
I'm trying to do an interview with Tallygator over here, and I'm getting feedback from an amplifier like I'm freaking Jimi Hendrix.
Turn the headphone down. Or not. Somebody reach over and just turn the headphone down a little bit.
You're going to have to step over to the mixing board. There
the
you
headphone.
go.
The headphone? Not the main, the headphone. You know, the headphone. It says headphone right next to the headphone. Right next to the headphone.
There
it is. Headphone right next to the headphone.
You go.
CR
okay.
out
there
headphone.
We go. How about that?
Almost. Almost.
Look, we're going to handle this, and I'll get started here. Thank you, Mr. Craig. All right, so Tallygator, how did it all start? Once there was no Miami Vice City Rollers, and then there was no Tallygator. How did it all come together? Take me back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning. Okay. Well, Ella Ruthless and Will the Thrill and myself got together, and we said, let's start this, and we did.
Well, I mean, it had to be more than that. Did you guys just meet on the Metro Rail? Or were you friends from before? Like, you look like you'd be into roller derby. I think I might be too. Let's be friends. Was it? Well, it couldn't have been like that.
No, it wasn't. Well, me and Della Ruthless met when we played together on Gold Coast. We played with Gold Coast, and then Will the Thrill came over and he asked us for help because he was founding the Junior Roller Derby League here in Miami. His daughters wanted to play roller derby, so he wanted to start a team.
Oh,
so
great.
he came over and he asked for help, and me and Della Ruthless said, yeah, we live in Miami, we'll help you out. And then once we started helping him out and getting really involved with the juniors, we decided time to start a Miami team. So we were the original co-founders of Miami Roller Derby.
So tell me about those first days, those first few weeks as you were getting the team started. I mean, how did you promote? How did you find like-minded people?
Well, it all started with social media. Facebook was a really big help. We put it out there that, hey, we want to start a Miami team. Who's interested? We also had a radio interview at Keg South, which helped us out a lot. And we hosted our first open house, and then we started having practices right after that.
So you with some friends who were playing for those who don't know, Gold Coast that's the West Palm team?
Yeah, that's a team up in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Gold Coast Derby Girls.
Okay, so there's the Fort Lauderdale team. So you were playing living in Miami, driving to Fort Lauderdale just to play roller derby.
Yeah.
So let's take it back a little bit further. You know, let's get to the origins.
Okay.
How is it that you found roller derby? How did that happen?
I was studying at FSU, and while I was away in college, I went to the skating rink one day, and I met some derby girls, and they said, hey, we have a game this Saturday, come check it out. And I did. After that, I went to my first practice, and it was awesome. So
this started at FSU all the way up in Tallahassee.
Yep.
Then we come down south to Fort Lauderdale. You find it again.
I moved back home to Miami. There was no derby team in Miami, so the closest one was up in Fort Lauderdale, and I would drive up there. And once the rink up in Fort Lauderdale ended up closing, so it was like hard for us to travel and make the commute like 3 times a week, and so it was hard on us, you know, like gas and time wise. And then that's why, like, one of the main factors why we're like, oh, let's start a Miami team. It's time, you know. We have the knowledge, and we met Will, which was a great addition to our, you know,
to your little troupe of your circus of freaks that you've got going on here. And I mean that in the best kind of way.
I totally.
I'm happy to be part of it.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so you get together with Della Ruthless, and who was the other young lady?
Will the Thrill. He's
Will the
actually
Thrill.
our
Will the
announcer.
Thrill. Yes. Okay. Yes. He'll be coming on. You'll actually hear Will
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the broadcast of tonight's bout.
Yes. He's our
you know,
announcer.
He's fantastic. Love the guy.
Great.
All right. So the three of you get together. You get the knowledge. Well, you started in Tallahassee. You bring it to Fort Lauderdale. From Fort Lauderdale, now it's made its way to Miami. Had there ever been roller derby in Miami before the Vice City Rollers?
No.
Like back in the 40s.
Back in the 40s, yeah, but not before this team. There had been other people that we had seen on social media like want to, with the idea as well.
Okay.
But they never followed through, so it was kind of like we gathered all those ideas and we.
But you were the ones who actually followed.
Motion,
Everybody's
yeah.
out there spitballing.
Yeah.
But you were the ones who followed through, got some skates, found the Suniland rink where we're broadcasting from live right now.
Yeah, and it's been growing since then. It's been a wonderful experience.
Well, tell me about the growth. Had there been growing pains?
Oh, definitely. We went into this really not knowing a lot of the process, so it was a lot of learning as you go and figuring things out. Definitely growing pains, but we're still here and we're stronger than ever.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's been your favorite part about being there from the beginning and developing the team? What's that been like for you?
Been good.
Yeah.
I mean.
Think of me like a therapist or a priest. You can be, never mind that there's everybody around the world could be listening in to us right now. It's a very intimate moment between you and me, Tally. Sure, we're broadcasting live via the World Wide Web. But what have you taken in from this? I mean, everything that anyone does, you gain something from it. What have you gained from roller derby?
Definitely a lot of personal growth. I've had to put myself in very uncomfortable situations in order to learn how to deal with them, and then just learn from that.
Okay, almost like being a leader. Let's face it, you've had to be a leader, and part of being a leader is doing the job that nobody wants to do, making the decisions that nobody wants to make. That's what. So the fact that you were strong enough as a person to step up and do that and make that happen. So here we are, what, 4 or 5 years down the road?
Almost 4 years now.
Almost
later.
4 years down the road.
Yeah.
It's stronger than ever.
Yeah.
And now that you've hooked up with 24/7, you're broadcasting worldwide via the web, and this is just the beginning. Awesome. Oh no! Stop! We're slightly okay.
Well, I mean, you guys have always been a supporter of us since the very beginning, and we really appreciate it.
Are you kidding me? I love the whole roller derby scene. I'm seeing a lot of the juniors that are out here on the team with a young creeping angel who I just happen to be the father of. Hello, ladies. Can I get a big shout out from the juniors out there? Thank you very much. So, Tally, thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking to me today and telling me about the origins of the team.
Beautiful soundtrack.
Yeah, somebody's going to jail. I'll pray for you. But just in fact, you don't mind if I keep you here for a second longer. As the team has developed, and we came into tonight, you're way down south on the tip of the peninsula here. Is it hard to find folks that are willing to come down here and bout? And then how do you balance out between I noticed all your home games seem to be during the winter when the rain is less likely to happen. All the away games happen during the summer when it's during the rainy. That's on purpose.
Yeah, that's.
Is this one of those growing pains, those learn as you go kind of things?
Actually, we had to cancel several bouts because of the weather, and because we play outdoors. So yeah, that's exactly.
We couldn't ask for more perfect weather tonight. It's 73 degrees, clear, slightly cloudy, big puffy clouds in the sky. Sun should be going down here within the next half an hour. We're going to turn the lights on. You guys are getting the track ready. Tell me about some of the things that you're doing to the track. Now, why the pink tape?
Just
because we're Miami and that's how we roll.
Well, I mean, it's one of our team colors, so we chose that color. But part of the Worcester rules is you have to have an elevated surface on the track in order,
right.
play. And so we put rope.
I hope you're not putting any of that out there.
My bad. We put rope down and then we tape it over, and then it's kind of our track boundary.
Okay, so there's no just rolling right over the tape.
No,
if you hit that tape, you're gonna take a tumble.
Well, I mean, you get used to it.
But it's there to ensure that everybody is playing by the rules. And if you don't, you're probably going to look foolish windmilling.
That's it happens all
and
the
hopefully
time.
it does happen, and we're going to see it tonight live on 247miami.tv. All right, so thank you for coming on and talk to us. We got Edly standing by to come up to the mic and have a conversation with. But we'll catch up again.
Awesome.
Good luck tonight. Which team are you playing for?
I am playing for the Jingle Brawlers.
The Jingle Brawlers. Any predictions on tonight's bout?
Just a lot of ass kicking.
A lot of ass kicking and pain.
Yep.
All right. Do you have a signature move that we should be on the lookout for? Then last stupid question: are you playing as a blocker or a jammer tonight?
I do everything. You'll see me out there.
Okay.
She's a
just step
utility
up.
player.
Whatever needs to be done, she's going to do.
Pretty much.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Tallygator.
guys.
Founder of Miami's Vice City Rollers, 4 years strong. She started this with an idea. She started off when she was in college. In college, of all places, where young women find themselves. Yeah, university.
I found a lot of women in college, too.
I have, too. But I was in the Navy, and there were no women out there in the middle of the ocean. But, I still keep in touch with Captain Humbledorf. We still talk.
Outstanding.
All right, did we get everything? All our bugs are worked out?
I believe so. We're
I'm still missing some headphones here. If I could get some headphones, would be great.
Yeah, play with the cable maybe on his side.
Jiggle a little.
I got everything.
You got everything?
I have. My cans are so loud I can barely hear my feet think.
Okay, well, I'm getting nothing on that then, so I'm going to just take those off. Deadly Edly, come over here and have a seat with us, young man.
Welcome aboard, sir.
I'm okay. How are you, sir?
Good,
All
good.
right.
Just
Deadly Edly.
talk right into that as close as you can get.
Definitely.
For those of you who don't know, just happens to be an Olympic speed skater. Quite possibly one of the fastest men on this planet on 8 wheels. Minus an engine. I mean, I'm sure there's guys out there with trucks and whatnot and, 18-wheelers that would just put you to shame.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's on roller skates, you're one of the fastest guys on the planet. I mean, let's say top 500 guys. Nationally.
Not worldwide yet.
But yeah, but don't be scared of the microphone. Don't be scared of it. Get right up on top of it.
I won't be scared.
All right, so how did you get into Olympic speed skating? How did that happen?
It's not Olympic. It's quads nationals.
Okay, quads nationals.
Yeah,
Thank you for
of course.
educating me.
And I got into it due to a coach named Bob Manning that actually trained an Olympic speed skater named Eddie Alvarez, and he saw me at a rink known as Super Wheels, which everyone in Miami knows.
So you were into roller skating before.
Oh yeah.
So how did you get into roller skating? Just something you did as a kid? I mean, how old are you when the coach finds you? Because I'm picturing you like a 7-year-old Deadly Edly, snot running down your nose. Mom's dropped you off at the skating rink for the day.
Hey man.
She's gonna come pick you up. Half hour after it closes. You're waiting out in the dark. Latchkey kid kind of situation. And then this coach sees you. I mean, it's like Rudy. I mean, the movie writes itself. All right, here's this little snot-nosed Deadly Edly sitting out there, and the coach sees him and takes pity on him. Says, son, you could be great.
Well, I wouldn't say it was when I was a kid. He actually saw me around when I was 29.
Okay, but when you do the movie, 8 years old.
7, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, kids, people love kids. People love kids. They're so cute.
That's a deal breaker.
I mean, I've been skating since I was 7 when my mom actually got my first pair of quads. Didn't do too well on them, so I went on inlines. Did well on inlines, and I was really fast on them. I quit it for a while, went to wrestling and football, and then from there.
So you were playing traditional sports, that when people think sports and young men, you think baseball, basketball, football. If you live up on the other side of the Mason-Dixon line,
yes,
what I like to call Yankee Land, they have this game they call hockey up there. We pretend to play it down here, and generally we do that so all the snowbirds have something to do during hockey season. They can go see the Panthers lose to their favorite team. But that's how hockey is done in South Florida. One man's opinion.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the coach discovers you. You're 29 years old, and you're there at the Super Wheels at the roller rink,
skating.
Which is the skate dancing.
Yeah, skate dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, the term is known as jam skating, but it's really dancing on skates.
This is a learn as you go experience for me. Absolutely learn as you go experience.
And
all right, so he sees you across the room. You're doing the electric boogaloo on roller skates.
Oh yeah.
Again, you substitute the 29-year-old Edly for a 7-year-old Edly. We've got a hit movie here. I mean, we get Steven Spielberg involved. Oscars will fall from the sky.
You got me something to really think
about. You need to write this down. I'm thinking, what's Will Smith's kid? He could play.
Well, maybe he could find like an alien and put him in his basket on the front of his bike.
Nice. Okay, but in all seriousness, how did you find roller derby?
I found roller derby through a lady named Bella Ruthless, which is in the league. She's one of the presidents. I met her, and I knew Tally and her, and they actually knew I used to skate because I've known Kristen for around 10 years, and she told me, hey, I remember you used to skate. We have a roller derby league. Would you like to join? I said, okay, why not? I skate around this rink most of the time, and next thing you know, I came to a practice, I refereed, and I got hooked. I mean, the first practice is when I actually knew that, wow, hitting people on wheels, Wow, intense, my kind of sport.
I like to
Adrenaline.
watch. I like to watch. It doesn't look like it'd be very much fun to participate in, but you know, we're trying to be terrestrial radio friendly here. I'm a chickenish. Chickenish.
Yes, yes.
I don't want to be hit. I don't. You know, that's really not my thing. I'm more into being pleasured. To each his own, man.
Hey,
To each his own.
But if you have,
And I can't roller skate. I'm a white guy, man. I look ridiculous.
I didn't know that was a prerequisite.
Dude, white people can't dance and white people can't roll. White men. White men
know?
can't dance and white men can't roller skate unless they're gay.
No, that's a fashion thing. I thought they can't dress.
I don't know.
More of a fashion thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just think we all have our gifts. We all have our gifts, and I am not gifted in the roller skating, dancing area there, Craigles.
I would think that perhaps in the whole scope of work here is that maybe he found a way to outlet his pugilistic nature.
Yeah, but he took dancing, which is hard enough in and of itself,
right,
for a heterosexual.
So
white
now he
man.
has all that hetero pent up
Well,
dance on going on, and so he needed an outlet for his pugilistic side.
It had to go beyond.
Yes,
it had to go. So what do you do?
Dancing,
bacon,
plus
chocolate,
fighting.
cheese, or roller skates. That's the only way to make anything better.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so in addition to coaching and working with and reffing the Miami League, you also coach the juniors team.
Yes.
Which you are amazing at. I have seen you at work. I've seen you work with Creeping Angel.
Yes.
And the rest of the girls.
love it.
Creeping Angel, I'm very proud of her. I'm her daddy. I'm a derby daddy.
I'm very proud of her as well.
She's in no time. You got her from never having been on roller skates before. She's doing the little twisty 180s and the T-stops. She's totally picked up the derby attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
that's,
most definitely.
that's all over the house.
I love her enthusiasm. I mean, it's amazing. That kind of energy is exactly what we're looking for in the Juniors League, because with that enthusiasm, it's going to spread out. It's going to become a disease. And then more juniors are going to want to be recruited. And then from there, the Juniors League will be known in Miami, because obviously we're still not there yet, because we're new.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at Nauti Seacups outfit. I'm very distracted right now.
Oh, yeah. Nauti Seacups is something else.
Octavia, we're definitely need an interview with the Seacups there.
And joining
We're
us
gonna
now is
make that
Edly,
happen.
Edly, by the way.
And you're listening to
I'm so
247miami.tv. Tonight's live coverage of the Jingle Brawl, the Jingle Brawlers taking on the Mistletoe Misfits. Live coverage starts right here on 247miami.tv right at 7 o'clock. We're going to be turning it over to Will the Thrill. But in the meantime, as Craig Stan said, we are talking to Deadly Edly, who is not an Olympic speed skater, but he is a national quad speed skater, and that's a mouthful. So who are you skating for tonight, Dad?
I'm skating for Jingle Brawlers.
Okay, predictions?
My prediction is...
How bad are you going to let the girls beat you up before, before the testosterone kicks in? I got to ask, because, you're really putting it out there that you're going out and you're skating with chicks that could hand you your ass. This could totally happen.
Absolutely correct on that one. These girls are fierce. I mean,
They're
these
fierce,
women
man.
actually are fierce, and they are something out of this world. And I've seen them in action, and it's a scary thing to see.
So maybe there's a little bit fear factor going in tonight's bout?
There's most definitely. I've been training for this.
Brother, keep your head on a swivel.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I will.
Thank you for stopping by. We do appreciate it.
Definitely. It was an honor.
That was Deadly Edly. I'm George West. I'm joined by
sir.
Craig Cook. We're hosting tonight the pre-bout coverage of the Jingle Brawl. The Jingle Brawl is taking on the Mistletoe Misfits, going on right here, right now. But still, plenty of time to get down here. We're at the Suniland Hockey Rink, 9200 Coral Reef Drive in Miami, Florida. Easy to find. US 1 to Southwest, 152nd Street. And then you want to head west. You're not even going to go 20 feet before you hang that left. And then right there's the roller rink. Come in. It's $5. If you're under 10 years old and you're listening to this, you're going to hear some very inappropriate things. But it's going to be free for you. Anybody else, $5. We're also collecting the hotel-sized toiletries for Hygiene for the Hopeful, which is a charity that was started by one of the junior skaters.
We have copy somewhere.
We do, right here. Hygiene for the Hopeful is a grassroots charity started by 11-year-old A. Sasson of Miami's Lil Miss Demeanors junior roller derby team. The charity collects unused and unwanted travel-sized hygiene products, such as the ones you're going to find at hotels. So if you've got some travel-sized soap, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrushes, or any type of other toiletries, please visit Hygiene for the Hopeful on Facebook and find out how you can help. And you know what else helps? Cold, hard cash. Because then you can buy these things, cash, and it's easier. That way, you don't have to have that awkward moment with the hotel maid when you're stealing stuff from the cart.
Right from the cart.
You can avoid that entirely. just, 20 bucks
I just
goes a
stopped
long
that this
way.
morning.
And it's a great charity. Imagine you were, pulled out of your house by fire, some kind of tragedy in the middle of the night. You've got nothing in this world. Well, the next morning you can at least get a hot shower. You can brush your teeth so you don't feel like you've got that 1970s shag carpet on there. So you've tuned into 247miami.tv. I'm George West from The George West Show, heard live right here every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, Monday night at 8 o'clock, Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock, but not tonight. No, tonight we're hosting 2 hours of live pre-out coverage right here. And joining us, we've got 2 of the players from tonight. So we've got Grr and the Punk Out Ret Dream. That would be Miss Divine Trash.
Thank you very
who
much.
you might recognize from The George West Show. She's been on several times. Love her to death.
Thank you. What an introduction. Thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you, and thank you for coming on.
Most definitely.
So tell me how you guys are feeling about tonight's this is a Co Ed Scrimmage, because we just don't just do things straight up in Miami. No, you're going to let the boys play the first day so that they learn their lesson and stay the hell in the stands. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we're knocking them down.
Showing no mercy
That
tonight.
is my goal. Just knock them all down.
No mercy will be shown.
Oh no, I can't wait. This is as hard. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit so hard. Finally,
Do you hold back when you're with the ladies, or
yeah,
a little bit?
I don't, because I just bounce off.
Well, okay. Let's Dynamite comes in small packages too. There, Anger. All right. Well, it does.
I don't hold back in games though. I only hold back like when we're
Well, in
training.
practice, obviously,
Yeah.
you're going to hold that. So in games, in
But
bouts.
this time I'm gonna go even harder than I can possibly go.
Okay.
So 110%.
Yeah.
And you're gonna reach down deep into the subcochal area of your heart and pull out that extra 10%
Animalistic.
to whoop some
Oh yeah.
was it the Y chromosome? It's just an incomplete X. It's just an incomplete X chromosome.
It's the alpha.
But I mean, it's boys and girls on the team. It's not like there's a girl team and a boy team. They're mixing it up.
It's mixing it up.
You
Yeah.
know.
This
So
is gonna be the first
that's
time
what
that
makes
I
it
play
okay.
co-ed.
It'll be my first co-ed game. I'm so excited, like beyond excited. I get to hit all my friends.
All right. Well, let me talk to you there for a second, Anger. We'll get back to you, Divine, in just a second. I've never got to talk to Anger before, not on the air. So, how did you find roller derby? How did you come to this?
Honestly, I just kind of heard about it, and I was like, oh, this is still around. And
I think my grandma used to do that when she was a teenager.
and I was like, oh, I wish I could do this. And I knew about the team in Broward, but I didn't know there was a team starting in Miami yet. And so I kind of.
And there you have it, air horn.
Wow, there goes our blue shirt.
Somebody's shooting T-shirts off.
I need an adult and
Okay.
a roll of toilet paper, please.
Somewhere, yeah, the train of thought just derailed there. That is what happened.
I feel violated.
We were talking to
Three
Anger,
languages.
Okay.
and she was telling us about how she came to roller derby.
Oh yeah. So it was either that I'm very aggressive. So it was either that or rugby.
Or prison.
Yeah, basically. So I was just like, oh well, let me see if I can make it to Broward, and then I found out like 2 days later there was a team starting in Miami the weekend.
Isn't that crazy how that
Yeah.
happens? Like an
I was just
ideal
like, nope,
pops in your
going.
head, and then boom, there it is.
Exactly.
You know,
It's basically
and-
what happened.
And
I
the
just
ability to
found
make it happen. It's okay. So you started off as fresh meat. What was that like for you?
It was different. 'cause
Could
I
you
had
skate
never-
before you came to the team?
Only on inlines.
Only on inlines.
only
Yeah.
ever skated on
Why do old
inline.
derby girls say that like a 30 thing? Yeah, I can skate on inlines.
I can't
But
do it.
don't tell
I
anybody.
can't do it anymore though. It's really funny. I went ice skating.
Can't
last
or
year.
won't.
No, I went ice skating last year and I fell all over the place.
Okay.
All over the place.
All right. You're forgiven. I'm gonna stop this.
But yeah, it was a transition, but I loved it. I
Right.
was all
Who are you skating for tonight?
black.
The black, which is the black team is
Jingle
the Jingle
Brawlers.
Brawlers. And how about you, Divine? Who are you skating for?
I'm not sure. I'm playing for both teams today, so we'll see.
Ooh.
Right now, I'm
A
actually
double entendre on my
I
show. That never
know.
happens. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. I was on black. Then
I hear once you go on the black team, you never go back.
Oh,
That's-
let's see.
Well, I don't know.
That's how I like my coffee.
I don't know.
Okay.
But that's what I hear. The black team is like, Roach Motel. You check in, you don't get out. No,
Okay,
you're not.
hopefully
yeah.
not. I like this ensemble, so hopefully not.
Oh, we got a whole fashion segment coming up, and
Oh,
we're
nice.
definitely going to have
Good.
to have you back for that one. But thank you guys
Great.
for coming
Thank you very
on.
much, guys.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hopefully you don't break anything.
Not even a nail.
Just everybody else.
Yeah. Somebody else's face. All right, I'm George West, and you're listening to pre-bout coverage of the My Opener. It is a Co Ed Scrimmage. That's because they do stuff odd in heaven. Delicious, just Craigles.
Do I need to
Craig
leave you
Stand, you're gonna have to keep me in check, young man.
do I have to leave you two alone?
Did
for a
you
minute?
see all the fishnet that just walked up in here? You know I can't control myself.
I have the canola oil out in the trunk.
It's
Want me to
Nauti Seacups. Okay.
guys.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice. We've actually met before in the bar right over there. You didn't know who I was, but I know who you were, and I kept it to myself because I was a little intimidated.
It happens a lot. That's why I never get dates.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's apparently that's going to happen a lot with the
I guess
Fully
that
they found a
Interesting.
T-shirt gun. They're having a lot of fun with it. As long as they don't start shooting potatoes this way, I think we're going to be okay. All right. So, Nauti,
Yes, sir.
you're one of the most influential players, members of Miami's Vice City Rollers, and I know this because I've interviewed other girls on the team on the show, working with the juniors team. Everybody speaks incredibly highly of you.
That's awesome.
So I have to ask, being like you, karma, kismet, call it what you want. You have fallen into a leadership role.
Kind of.
It's. I'm telling you how it is, bro.
I do my best to like mentor or just be around as much as I can.
Okay, so how did you? Is this something you fell into? Was
No.
this something that you were doing before? Have you always been that kind of person?
Yes. I've been playing sports my whole life since I was about 3, and I've, over the years, I've done sports and I played on multiple teams from soccer to track.
sport then.
Soccer. I played on the guys' team.
Okay.
Was no girls team?
No, there was, but they weren't competitive enough for me at 4. So.
Oh man.
So yeah, and then I finished off my college soccer career with the guys because the girls didn't have a team. I went to a Merchant Marine Academy, and the girls just weren't around. So I played on the guys' team. Said screw it.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was always very athletic and
and not afraid to mix it up and
No.
bend the gender roles. And this is I don't want to date you or anything like that. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't want to put out there that you may be a certain age that you don't want people to know what you are or anything.
I'm 35.
Okay, you're 35 years old. So we're talking this is like the 80s. That you're going to school and playing on boys teams.
Yeah, but it all like evened out eventually when the girls started playing.
Yeah, the 90s come along and the new millennium and
Definitely
soften
very
around.
hard,
But in the
like-
80s, it was come on, a weak kind of moment
More
there.
in the 90s when there's no way in hell that you're gonna get asked to the prom when you're in karate class with the police chief's son who is like the head of the football coach. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm never gonna get a date. So like clearly, it just,
That's like the third time you brought that up. Listen, I'm just gonna put this out. Let's do this for Nauti, okay?
Maybe we should
Nauti
have like a
needs a
date
date.
drive.
Nauti needs a date. Let's just it is what it is. So we got to put it out there. 24/7 Miami.tv. We are reaching out to you, our audience. Now, what kind of guy you into there, Nauti? Let's find you a fella.
I'm between The Rock and Matt Damon.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Here's
Here's George.
You
Let me
can't
introduce
swing a cat and hit a guy like that. It's
Clearly.
South Florida. Of course, he's going to be gay.
I'll take John Cena, but he's a little busy these days.
Okay.
And I love.
So
Ricky,
body wise, you like a professional wrestler type.
Yeah, I kind of date them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're and I mean this in the
Big,
best
goofy
possible way.
white
You're
guys.
a large woman, and I don't mean like fat. I mean like
Built.
Amazon.
thick.
Thanks.
I like thick.
So you need you a big
Strong-
man.
Strong guy.
The
military.
even thing out.
Navy
I'm-
SEALs, you're nothing
Okay.
go wrong with the Navy SEAL.
All right. Just so you're not opposed to any special operator like Green Berets and need not
Exactly.
apply
I-
kind of deal, or
Somebody that has killed somebody in action.
Force
on
Recon
foreign
Marines.
soil.
Who will not be scared of me when they see me on like one of our first dates that I just took out 3 people at once.
Okay.
Not,
All
not a
right.
good place to take a first date.
I don't want to adjust her microphone, George. Can I do this? Am I allowed? Am I going to survive?
You might not. You
Please
might
don't
It's
hit
not.
okay.
me.
I'm not gonna hit you.
So let's take it back. How did you find Derby? So you're a girl
I used
playing
to
boys
watch it.
sports,
I
and
used to
you,
watch it when I was a kid
okay.
with my mom, and I was in the shipyard in Singapore. They had reruns on, and they only had Saved by the Bell and roller derby. So I watched
Oh,
roller
you
derby
poor thing.
for like 4 weeks straight, and I was like, if we have that in the States, I'm doing it.
You poor thing. I hate with a passion Saved by the Bell. Hate it with a passion.
So I was like, do
I
I,
mean,
watch Saved
rude,
by the Bell
low.
or roller derby? And it was like the old school from the 70s, and I was like feeling like I needed to get competitive again because I had been sailing for about 5 years.
Mhm.
So I was like, I need to do something that was very athletic, and roller derby is that way to go. So I came back, quit my job, and then I found a better job on land, and then I was able to join Gold Coast up in Fort
In
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale, okay.
Yeah, and then I moved. down here, and I love the team with all my
How
heart.
many girls on the team? Excuse me. How many ladies on the team are former Gold Coast girls?
There's 3 of us, the 2 founders and myself.
So that's Tallygator,
And
Della Ruthless,
and myself.
and Nauti Seacups.
We played together, and like we had a very tight bond, which we still do.
So are you the 3, the trifecta, as it were, the trilateral commission of Miami Roller
basically
Derby?
in charge, and like if they ever just need like somebody to.
You're the enforcer, aren't you?
Well,
Come on,
I'm
admit it.
the middle person.
If
Like,
somebody gets out of line,
if
they
a
send
team
in Nauti
cancels-
Seacups.
If a team cancels on us and they want somebody to write the email saying you signed the contract, they go to me.
See.
You know, if
Okay.
they want to have a Christmas party, they go to me.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
And which team are you playing on tonight? The
I'm
Brawlers?
playing the Brawlers.
Okay. All right.
And
Predictions?
Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be a close one. We got Tally, we got Edly, and we got me. And I don't really know who everyone else is because And on the red team, there's a new girl. She's visiting from Tampa. She's awesome, and they have really good jammers. So it's gonna be a close one.
Any special moves or anything we should be looking out for on the track tonight?
You need to be looking at Khaos. You need to look at Tally and Edly. And Edly's first game, it's Fury's first game. Some people are going to be popping their cherries tonight, and it's going to be hot.
Okay. Now, normally I would ask everybody who comes up here how they feel about playing against the boys, and
I've been playing.
no need to ask.
When they finally started playing, it's like it's more stability. It's like I know when. Same thing with the girls, but with the guys, it's like much deeper. Like I know when I turn around backwards and I touch him, he's not going to move.
Right.
So like I have him, and he's not. If a guy is stable on his skates, I could use him as like a whipping post, and I just start taking people out. I love playing with guys, and when you knock a guy down, it's even that much better.
In the words of Gordon Soley, and there you have it. I'm George West. Thank you so much, Nauti Seacups. We can't wait to see you on the track tonight. You are listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami. Oh, hello. Thank you. Of the Miami Vice City Rollers home opener right here on 247miami.tv. Got my Christmas goose early on that one. Joining me next is normally he's a ref. Normally he's helping out with the juniors team, but he's an amazing dude who I've gotten to know. Well, since we spent that time together in prison and he told me he loved me, nothing's ever been the same. Have a seat. Disaster Chief. All right, now, the reason I brought you on is that you have recently started the men's league. So up until now, it's been only the girls have been allowed to play.
Pretty much.
So tonight.
Pretty much.
So tonight's the first Co Ed Scrimmage. But you and the Pillsboy, RollBoy, and Deadly Edly put your heads together, and you're like, you know what, we want to play too. We want to get out there. We want to mix it up.
I would want to go play with all the fishnets too. Can I go play with the fishnets?
Strap on a set of skates, man. We're recruiting guys, so if you want to come out and learn to skate, absolutely. Yeah, Edly and RollBoy, they started basically when the league started, and they refed for a very, very long time, and it's just the opportunity arisen, to get enough guys that were interested, in playing. So I've been repping for the past year and a half, and we've been talking about it, and then finally this season it's like, all right, we have to take the next step and really push for this. So we're going to have our first recruiting event on February the 2nd. That's going to be a Monday, 2015. And this is going to be the first...
Back to truck up. You're going to a recruiting event on a Monday?
On a Monday night, because that's going to be our practice days.
Okay.
Yeah,
now you're making sense to me.
See,
Okay.
see, I planned
method
some of
to
this
the
stuff
madness.
out.
I got it.
But,
All right, so what kind of guys are you looking for here?
we're looking for any guys that are just, interested in getting out there and giving it a try. When it comes to roller derby, size, strength, it really doesn't matter. As long as you get your skates under you, you can be effective, so it doesn't matter.
Do I need to know how to skate?
Absolutely not. We will teach you. I started here.
Wait. But if I don't know how to skate and you're going to teach me, you're going to throw me right into the meat grinder right off the get-go?
No.
So there's a training program.
Absolutely. We start you, with what they call the fresh meat process. So basically they, get you on your skates and they get you standing. And after you're standing, they get you rolling. And then after they get you rolling, they get you kind of pushing yourself and going around the track and everything like that. And once you're, confident, then you can start doing other stuff. You start doing turns.
When do we get to start punching things?
It takes a little while to get to that point.
Do you
and
get to punch in derby?
You get to like shoulder punch. You can use your shoulders to knock, people into next
Close
week and
enough
stuff
for
like
me.
that.
Okay.
I'm down with the pugilism, man. That's my favorite aspect of the whole thing.
Now, are you guys expecting it to degenerate? I mean, because this is guys. The girls can keep their head about and all this. They get knocked down and like, okay, good hit. Guys, we get knocked down and that temper flares up and the testosterone starts going off. and then the gloves come off, man, and it's a hockey moment.
Some of us. I'm the kind of guy that's like, oh, you got a good hit? All right, high five. I'm going to get you next time. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
The community that that the ladies have in roller derby, is that there for the fellas? I mean,
it's there for anyone that is looking to further the sport. I mean, as long as you're cool and you're willing to help out and do your part, then it's really there for everyone. It is predominantly women. So like as a guy, like we're definitely outnumbered, but the women are really, really accepting of the guys. The guys that don't last out here are the guys that are trying to get dates and everything like that and try and, hook up with any of the roller girls and stuff like that, because these are athletes, they take it seriously. And the same thing, the guys who are in the sport, we take it seriously. We're not professionals. We basically pay to play, but we treat it like we are professionals.
No,
so
if you come down here to the track thinking that, you're going to throw your weight around and you're going to show these are alpha females. They will hand you your ass. In a New York minute.
Absolutely.
They're not having it. So if you're not in it for the sport, you need not apply.
And that's the funny part too. They don't even need to hit you hard. They just need to hit you in the right place.
They're wearing roller skates for crying out loud,
exactly.
Man. Roller skates, shins, don't mix.
One of the cleanest hits I ever took from one of the skaters, she's probably like maybe 5'2", 110, 120 pounds or so, and she just tapped me dead center in my chest and left me flat on my back. Didn't even hurt, but I'm looking up from the ground. I'm like, oh my goodness, what just happened? And she hit me just perfectly. It's an experience like that that's gonna help the guys in the long run.
Okay, so if fellas are out there, they're interested, they want to come down, and when is the open tryouts? When is that happening?
We're giving our open house on February 2nd, 2015. It's going to be a Monday night. We're going to be having practices Monday nights. The league's actually going to be having an open house in January, so if you want to check it out in January, I don't have the exact date off the top of my head. You can check out the regular league, but for the guys specifically, February the 2nd.
What time?
7 p.m.
So February 2nd, 7 p.m. If is there a website they can log? They go to the MiamiRollerDerby.com.
You can go to MiamiRollerDerby.com, and actually has every portion of the league there. So the women's, the juniors, and then the men's is at the bottom. It also has a sign-up form at the bottom. So if you go ahead and send us an email, we'll email you some information back. We're also on Facebook, Facebook.com/MIA Brawlers.
Fantastic. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers home opener. We're just talking to Disaster Chief. We're going to take a short break, a pause for the cause, because let's face it, some of us, you don't buy beer, you don't buy water, you don't buy lemonade, you just rent it, and then you got to go give it back. And that's what we got to do. A pause for the cause. We will be right back after this very short break. Stay tuned for more pre-bout coverage coming to you live. Live, I say. Live, I say. Yes, much better. Live, I say, from Suniland Hockey Rink right here in beautiful Miami. We'll be right back.
247miami.tv.
Steady operate with a ski for a wheel. And when Santa hits the gas, then Too far behind. Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, Rudolph, 'cause I'm ringing like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a boy child, what have you been longing for? All I want for Christmas is a rock and roll electric guitar. And then away went whizzing like a shooting star. Run, Rudolph, Santa has some rickets in town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, Rudolph, leave it like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a girl child, what would we should most to get? A little baby doll that can cry, sing, drink, and wet. And then away went Rudolph, whizzing like a steamboat jet. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, Rudolph, and leave it like a merry-go-round. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town.
And we're back, live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers, coming to you right here on 247miami.tv. My name is George West. We are coming to you live from Palmetto Bay and the Suniland Hockey Rink, where it is currently just about a delicious 72 degrees. We've got 37% humidity, no chance of rain whatsoever. We got winds out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Feels like 72 degrees because it is just delicious. And joining me next on the show, it is my very big privilege. I can't believe that they actually took the time. These girls are going to talk to me because in 5 minutes, they're going to be too big, too famous to ever take time for a chump like me. I've got Sassy Wassy, Fifth Element, and Thriller Godzilla.
Who's who?
Who's
who?
Miami's Vice. No, they're from Miami's Little Miss Demeanors, the juniors team.
I'm Thriller Godzilla. I'm Sassy Wassy. And I'm Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Okay, so tell me what's the difference? What's it like playing on the juniors team? You guys like it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun especially when we practice a lot, like we scrimmage on Sundays, like all together. And it's a lot of fun.
So it's the team thing that you guys enjoy?
Yeah, the team thing.
Don't be nervous. It's okay.
It's okay. We're just asking.
It's just us girls.
just us ladies up here. So whenever you guys get together, so like, what do you guys do? You guys like warm up and then do like certain exercises, or take us through a warm up before you guys start a actual practice?
Well, Coach Ed starts us with like learning how to do it. Then he just kind of warms up.
So like, I mean, you guys like do like stretches and stuff first, and then like, what do you guys do after that?
We just do roller derby for 2 hours, and then after we stretch.
Okay, so like just basic stretching, warm up, stuff like that.
All right, what's your favorite part about the game?
My favorite part about the game?
Yeah.
Being the jammer and stuff, because that's like, really fun.
Okay. All right, so you like to be the jammer?
Yeah.
All right, so you like
important
weaving in and
piece.
out of people and being, you like skating fast. Yeah. Okay.
Favorite
all right.
part.
What about you, Godzilla?
Me, I actually I like doing both,
Okay.
and yeah, basically.
So do you like to block? Now the
Yeah.
physical aspect of it. You're young girls, what, 13 years old?
12.
12?
I'm 12.
How old are you?
I'm 11.
11 and
I'm
how
10.
10. Okay, so 10, 11, 12. All right, we got a nice cross section of tweens here. All right. When you play a physical sport like roller derby, football, something like that, when it's the boys and they're your age, everybody's got no problem with it. Do you guys find that maybe at your school and your other friends that don't play roller derby, that they're like, oh my God, you do that, and people hit you, and they're like shocked by what you do?
I actually don't go to school. I'm homeschooled.
Okay, that explains why you don't have that.
So there you go.
Good for you.
She has no issue with that at
No,
school.
no problems there.
Well, I'm her sister, so I'm the same. So.
Okay.
Here, I'll put this down then.
Okay.
And what about you?
What
Do you
about you,
go
Godzilla?
to school?
Yes.
Okay, so do you find that you have issue with, like, maybe people have a predetermined opinion about roller derby, or do they give you a hassle?
Like when I give them the cards.
Don't touch the host. He'll snap at you.
When I give them the cards and stuff, their parents usually think that's like it's like the old school derby where they like fight and punch, but it's not.
Right. So
Parents
you're
are stupid.
So you get some friction sometimes back, like I don't want that card or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Said
so
the
you
father
guys
of
are
three.
now you have an opportunity here to tell the world actually what derby's
What's
about,
it like?
right? So,
I mean,
like,
do you guys get hurt?
get hurt.
Well, sometimes yeah, but it's not like all the time.
So like superficial, no teeth knocked out, no broken arm.
No.
No. Did you ever get a
Have you
brain
ever seen an
transplant?
open head wound on the track?
Nope.
That's never happened. No, you've never seen like somebody's brains coming out of their nose. Never.
What?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, we've been misled, thinking that this is an uber hyper violent sport, because of that stinking James Caan movie.
A lot of exercise. You guys get plenty of exercise.
Well, let me ask you this: what is a burpee? Because I hear when Coach Edly and I come out here with Creeping Angel, and Coach Edly tells everybody you got to do burpees. All you hear this collective sigh, like what is a burpee?
What's a burpee?
Well, a burpee is when you jump. Well, first you do like one push up. You jump up and you keep doing it. How many they do? Because when you're in trouble, you have to do that. Because
So you basically you fall flat on your face, do a push up, and get back up and jump, right?
you do it. Even if one person gets like a little attitude to the coach, then everybody has to do it. That's why.
No, that's any team.
Because we're all a team.
That's team building exercises.
There you
So
go.
you guys are you're learning some very important life skills out there on the track. It's not just roller skating. It's learning how to work with other people, learning how to work with people you don't necessarily like, but being able to work with them to achieve a goal. And these are great life skills that you guys are picking up out there. And again, I am so thankful that my daughter gets to hang out with you guys. And I love coming to the practices and seeing you guys do what you do. You're amazing. You're crazy good skaters. Crazy good. I mean, it just blows my mind, the stuff that you do when I come out here and check you guys out. So thank you for everything that you do for Creeping Angel and that you do for the team. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
But one last thing. Do you guys want to say hello to anybody that might be
Yeah, you got any
watching?
shout outs out there?
Shout outs, friends.
I'm gonna say all their names, but that would be a lot. So, hi, family.
Hi, fam.
I don't really think there's anybody watching right now that I know.
If they were, say hi to them.
Okay. Hello.
They're out there watching.
They're out
Who
there.
is it? Who is it?
You know you told somebody about this. At least I hope.
gonna be
you
on TV.
Who was it? Who'd you tell?
My family.
did. Okay, we'll give them right there. Wave hi. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so very
Ladies,
much.
Good luck tonight.
Any predictions tonight? None of you guys are skating. You're just helping out and doing the hygiene for the hopeful. You guys are helping out with that as well.
So who's gonna win? Who's gonna win tonight?
I don't really know right now.
Red or black?
Red. Well, I don't really know who's on which team.
Red or black?
So I just kind of
You got to pick one, red or black.
Red.
Okay, so we got 2 for red.
Black.
Okay, 2 for red and 1 for black. All right.
There you go. Are we tallying this down?
I'm doing it right now as we speak.
All right. We gotta keep track of this.
Okay, we're tied up right now. 3-3.
Outstanding.
3-3. Thank you so much,
you very
ladies.
much. Oh, I forgot.
You're listening to
pull it
live
up.
to
I'm sorry.
pre-bout coverage of the Miami's Vice City Rollers home opener. It's a Co Ed Scrimmage. That's right. They let the boys come on the track and play with them tonight. We're going to get started at 7 o'clock. There's still plenty of time for you to get down here. We're just about an hour away. Yeah, just over an hour away from throwing it to Will the Thrill. He'll be taking over all coverage, and you'll be able to catch every play right here live on 247miami.tv. I'm George West. I host the George West Show, heard right here on 247miami.tv every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, Monday night at 8 o'clock, Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, but not tonight. Oh, no. Tonight, it's all about 2 hours of pre-bout coverage that you're hearing right now. I've got the Craig Stand from the 305 Nuts, which you hear on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock.
And Metal and Mayhem.
One of my favorite shows. Love that show.
Friday
Love
at
it.
10.
Okay. So we're at the Suniland Hockey Rink, 9200 Coral Reef Drive, right here in Miami, Florida.
Come on in here.
Easy to find. US 1 and Southwest 152nd Street. Just going to head a little bit west, like 20 feet. Hang a left, and the roller rink is right there. You can't miss it. Big as life, twice as ugly. The Jingle Brawlers taking on the Mistletoe Misfits. And joining us on the show right now, he's normally a ref, but he's also one of the founding members of the Miami Brawlers, the men's team that they're getting going here. And if you're interested in signing up, first thing you need to do, check out MiamiRollerDerby.com. Second, make yourself available February the 2nd at 7 p.m. right here at the Suniland Rink for the guys' open house. They want to meet you. They want you to meet them. Come down, ask 1,006 questions, find out what they're all about, strap on some skates, and find out if male roller derby might be your thing. So joining us now, we've got the Pillsbury RollBoy.
Yes.
All right, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, my man. How did you find roller derby? How long have you been doing this?
I've been here with the league about 3.5, almost 4 years.
So pretty much since the beginning.
Basically since the beginning. The way it started out was my wife joined actually first, and she dragged me in. I did not want to be here. I'm telling you. She pulled me into one of the practices.
You know she's listening right now, right? Shh. Okay.
You said it, not me.
So
right.
I came.
Just put it out there, man.
I sat on the bleachers. I was watching her. You know, she's like, put on some skates, try it out. I'm like, oh, okay. I tried it, ended up falling in love with it. You know, and I was one of the first guys, so I became the head referee at the time, and I, you know, kind of assumed that position, took over that role, and I started helping the team out, building up our referees, our officiating, and lo and behold, look where we've come far. And
so it's been 4 years now, and now you're
been
finally getting a men's team. It's coming. It's happening.
Yes, this was one of the things I really desired since the beginning, and now that we've got a few guys to get the ball rolling, you know, spread the wealth, and finally start recruiting, and you know, we're done waiting. I want to get this done.
All right. So how many guys are signed up right now?
Right now we have the 4 founding members. Myself, we have Mike Moreno, we have Edly, and we have Disaster Chief James. And the 4 of us are, you know, we're spreading the duties right now. We're trying to get everything. We're trying to get in social media set up, trying to publicize ourselves, you know, get some fans and put our name out there, and get recruiting.
How many more guys do you need minimum to have a team that can compete?
We would like minimum of 10. That's to have a men's roller league,
okay,
an MRDA league. So minimum of 10, but of course.
So you're hiring now, right?
We are hiring right now.
Come on
tonight.
down.
Come right now.
Right now. Or
right
log
now.
on to MiamiRollerDerby.com, get some more information. And now we were talking to the Disaster Chief earlier. He was telling us that, you know, you start off on a fresh meat program. So if you've never worn a pair of roller skates since you were a kid, back, you know, remember the old-fashioned metal kind where the wheels were metal?
And you put them over your shoes.
Yes.
Like they had like straps.
Yeah,
and you
they
tighten
look
them down
like medieval torture devices. Right?
for your feet.
If that was the last time you wore skates, things have changed a little bit. There's been a lot in the development of skates. They're using the polyurethane wheels just like skateboards. They use trucks.
And bowling balls.
Just like skateboards. Okay.
No, well, I mean, you know, I'm a proponent of the midget bowling league. So.
Yeah, but you don't use a ball for that. You bowl with a midget.
Right, but I'm just saying there's
no such thing as a polyurethane midget.
Well, we have
except
yet
for
to
the one
find
that you keep in your closet for fun times when your wife's out of town.
But that's okay. But
no judgment here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No judgment here. But we should probably
move
on. We were talking to Pillsbury RollBoy. All right.
Now I had a question actually because pardon me, George. Now we get the bio sheets. So right here it says you spent several years doing aggressive inline skating. So like, now explain that because I know there's different aspects of skating, the sport, like like bowl and jumping and things like that. What is the aggressive side of inline skating?
Aggressive inline skating is basically inline skating doing tricks. It's just a general term for it. There's street skating, there's vert skating, which is the vert ramp.
Right.
I did more street skating.
Rail slides and things like that.
Yeah,
and,
grinding.
Yeah.
Grinding on benches, on curbs, etc. And the skates they vary depending on what aspect of skating you're doing. As they vary from skating at Hot Wheels, Super Wheels, to derby, to aggressive inline skating. There's special skates that have grind plates that allow you to hook on and grind on objects.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. How does those skill sets translate here? Like, are you bringing anything? Like, is there a value add? What are you bringing from that?
It helped me immensely starting out, to be honest. I had never stepped foot in quad skates before in my life. I've done just inline skating. The balance is a little different. You have to get used to it a little bit, but the aggressive style, I was able to do tricks and jumps and things like that. That definitely helped me here. I got more comfortable on my skates. I was able to jump around, do 180s, things like that. I was doing that almost since day one. I felt more comfortable. So it gave me a little bit of a step up going into roller derby.
So if you go into a situation where, let's say, you're in a cave and there's a treasure chest and you roll a 20-sided dice, do you necessarily...
You totally stole my 12-sided die question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You totally stole my 12-sided.
Did I steal your thunder?
No,
I apologize.
No, go
I
ahead.
apologize.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you have to roll a 17 to get treasure, but something bad happens, 16 and under. What do you go for it?
Yeah. If I roll a 1 and I open the treasure chest, let's say it's a mimic and it eats me.
You're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah.
All right. So no, don't do it. Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm just making sure.
The thing about Dungeons and Dragons, since we went there, all right, and we've got an expert here, all right, it takes so damn long to just roll up your character that by the time you get to the end of that, I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed.
That's half the fun part, though.
That's okay. And then that was all as far as we ever went with it. We rolled up these characters, and we never actually played.
Never went anywhere.
You know,
just made characters.
See, but one forgotten thing is D&D is only as fun as the people you play with. A good group, a good social, fun group. I mean, our adventures are crazy. They're exotic, erotic, anything. They can go nuts.
Ooh. I had a bunch of half-interested, hillbilly boys from Kentucky. It was not going to happen. There's like 2 of us that want to play D&D. The rest just want to look at the pictures on the covers of the books. That's cool, dragon. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me one day. That was as far as it went.
It was an excuse to break out the moonshine.
Not at that age,
When did you guys start? 6, 7 in Kentucky?
No. I didn't start. My first sip of shine, honest to God, was like maybe 13 years old, and it was just. I thought I was drinking fire. But we've gone from roller derby to Dungeons and Dragons to growing up in the Appalachian Mountains inside of 30 seconds. That is some amazing radio.
That is actually a 305 network trademark there straight from me. That's a Craigism to be able to go anywhere.
All right.
So that's something that I bring to the table.
Sirs.
Yes. All right. So RollBoy, who are you playing for tonight?
The red team.
The red team. Predictions?
You have to ask. Red team.
No, I do because I'm a radio host. We're trying to fill time here. Red team all the way. What should we be looking for on the track? Who should be watching out for?
I think you should keep an eye out for one of our visiting skaters in the red. Her name's Mary Khaos. She's visiting down from Charm City, which is one of the top 25 WFTA leagues, Women's Flat Surf Derby Association leagues in the U.S. She's a very good skater. She teaches classes at RollerCon. She's a good friend of Disaster Chief, and we're excited to have her. So we're
all the way down to Tampa to join into tonight's.
She transferred to Tampa, and now she came down from Tampa to play with us.
Fantastic! Wow. That's awesome. It's one of the things I like so much about Derby is the community. I think it was Wilma Shakespeare was telling me, she's like, basically she could go anywhere in the country, and if she needs bail money, she can make a phone call to the local Derby league, and somebody's going to come get her out of jail.
The Derby community is so small. You find one person, you're in. It's you're friends with high people in high places. It's great community. Love it.
As do I. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys for coming.
Good luck out there on the track tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, you are listening to pre-bout coverage coming to you live from the Suniland Hockey Rink right here on 247miami.tv. My name's George West. Right here to the left of me, I've got the Craig stand from the 305 Nuts, which you can hear every Wednesday night right here, 7 o'clock, 247miami.tv. And joining us next, we've got Russian Roulette, Babette.
Hello.
Hello, young lady. How you doing?
Get right up on that mic there.
Don't be shy. I know it's a little phallic, but work with me.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm tired. It was a long drive.
Where did you come in from?
Now from Miami Beach.
From Miami Beach.
Yeah,
But where are you from originally? That is an interesting accent.
I'm from Switzerland.
From Switzerland.
Yes.
Okay, so how did you land in the Estados Unidos?
I was actually playing at the
Okay.
which was
Okay. We got beach there if you got him. All right. So how do you like our fair state? How long have you been in town?
We arrived, I think, on Tuesday, and it's quite big.
Yeah, it is a big town. We're spread out.
Yes.
So what's been your favorite part about Miami so far?
The beach.
The beach. Have you had a Cuban coffee yet?
A Cuban coffee?
Have you had Cuban coffee yet?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Go get
one
a
of those. If you're in Miami, you got to do it. Go get yourself some Cuban coffee.
Okay, so we do that
Simply
tomorrow.
must be, and you got to go to the drag show at the Palace. You've got to go. Since you're at the beach anyway.
Good.
Go down, ask for Tiffany Fantasia, tell her George West sent you. She will take awesome care of you.
Okay, good. That's
All
the
right.
plan for tomorrow then.
So, how did you come to Derby? How did that happen for you? Did you start back in Switzerland, or when you got here to the States?
No. I started 3.5 years ago in Switzerland. I read an article about it in a tattoo magazine.
Okay.
About a team from Stuttgart.
Okay.
And then I saw that there's a team in Zurich, and one of my mates was playing for the Zurich City Roller Girls, and so I started.
Just like that, you call up your friend and like, hey, that looks awesome. I didn't know you were involved in this. Can I get some skates and,
Yes,
and do
exactly.
it too? And just like that.
I had to start with fresh meat, and I did like 3 months of learning how to skate. I didn't do any.
So that's
sports.
not just here in the States. That's worldwide. The
Yes.
whole training program, the culture, the I don't know what you would call it, but the things like fresh meat and the culture.
Yes.
It's worldwide.
It's everywhere.
Now let me ask you this: if you were somewhere here in America and you got in trouble, you picked up the phone and you called the local roller derby association, could you get bail money?
Could you please repeat? Sorry.
It's a joke, sweetheart. It's a joke. The derby community is so tight
Yes, it
that
is.
if you needed like a place to stay or something like that, you could make a phone call.
Yes, everywhere in the world.
That
I've
is
been to
amazing.
South Africa, and I've stayed there with the Derby girls. And now I'm here.
Wow. So you're like a derby, global derby ambassador.
Traveler.
Welcome to South Florida.
Thank you.
So who are you playing for tonight? Who are you skating for?
Team Black.
Okay. Predictions?
Yeah, Team Black is going to win.
Team Black. Okay. Now, all the other skaters that we've talked to tonight say that you're the one to watch. You're the dark horse, the unknown factor, as it were. Being from out of town, being that you've been in the highest of heights in roller derby.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's all good. I think you're gonna be just fine. But again, I mean,
Let's hope
is
so.
there something out there that you have a special move or something that we should be on the lookout for?
I think I just have a very good overview, and I'm everywhere, so
You're everywhere.
everywhere on track.
So when somebody thinks you're one place, you're not there. You're in another place.
Yeah, I'm already there where the opponent doesn't think I am.
You got that whole John Cena "you can't see me" thing going on.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for being on the show, and welcome to America. Welcome to South Florida. We hope you enjoy your time here, and you got to get a Cuban coffee as soon as possible. Somebody get this lady a colada.
Thank you.
ASAP.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers home opener. Tonight is a very special Co Ed Scrimmage. It's the Jingle Brawlers taking on the Mistletoe Misfits. It's going down in just about an hour. Let me see here. Let me check the clock. Yes, 55 minutes away from turning it over to Will the Thrill. We're located at the Suniland Hockey Rink at 9200 Coral Reef Drive right here in Miami, Florida. Easy to find, US 1 and Southwest 152nd Street. What you're going to do is head east. Not very far. I mean, not very far. I'm talking like 25, 30 feet. Hang a left, and the roller rink is right there. The skaters are on the track. They're starting to warm up. They're putting on their pads. They're getting their headsets and their helmets ready to go, making any final adjustments. The officials are out checking the track, making sure that everything is kosher and pickle. And joining us on the mic now is the
Hello.
Well, thank you for joining us. Don't be afraid of that microphone. Now, Treble, who are you skating for tonight?
I am not skating tonight. I'm actually going to be working the door. I'm fresh meat.
Okay, all right. So they put you to work.
They put me to work.
All right, so tell me, I've been asking everybody tonight, and I don't think any reason why you should be an exception. How did you find roller derby?
Well, I've been friends with one of the players.
You can say their name.
know
It's
if-
okay.
Well, I don't know if she's on red or black today. Sugar Slap. We've
Okay.
been friends since
I
high
know
school.
Sugar. I know Sugar. She's a coach of the juniors team.
Yes,
She's amazing.
She does that too. She is awesome. Big fan.
Okay.
She's on red this evening, by the way.
Okay, so you're rooting for the red team.
I just want to have fun.
Okay. All right. So you work.
Uh-oh.
How did you come to Derby?
Well, she was doing it, and when I moved back home because I was living out of town for a few years, I was just like, hey, I'll come to a bout. Let's see what this is all about, because she was always posting stuff up on Facebook. And I came, I saw, and I thought, oh my gosh, this looks so fun. I have to do this.
Outstanding. So
what was your first couple of your first couple of days, your first couple of practices like? Did you have to use the crutch, or
no,
you
not
just creeping along the wall?
I spent the entirety of my first practice on my rear end.
Okay. All right. At least very honest about it. Thank you. That's cool.
It was, I'd stand up, fall back down, and then fall down 5 times trying to stand back.
Okay, but you got back up, and
Yeah.
isn't that the point?
It is.
And isn't that what Rocky taught us all?
Exactly.
You have to get back up after you get knocked down. Correct.
it only hurts in the
And
pride.
jump raw eggs.
Okay. All right. Predictions for tonight. I know you're working the front gate.
I think she's
know.
standing firm on
You
not
do?
making one. Let's see if we can weasel it out of her.
No, see, I'm not.
Any skaters that we should be keeping an eye on tonight?
See, I think Tally's kind of badass,
Tally is kind of badass.
and I think Nauti's kind of badass.
Naughty is extremely badass.
So
I mean, so you need an extra D and an extra S for how badass
Yeah.
Nauti Seacups is.
I think
I am turned on and afraid of her at the same time.
if I were a betting sort of gal, my money'd be on black.
Okay.
So black.
Bet on black. Going with the Wesley Snipes.
There you go.
That
All
does
right.
not sound right.
It's okay. It's radio.
It's from a
They
movie
got it.
anyway.
They got it. They got it.
They
That's the
understand
Passenger 57 joke for those of you who didn't get it. Wesley Snipes tells the guy always bet on black. Okay? Everybody up to speed?
That's right
I'm
before he
happy.
shoots
Are
him.
you happy? All right. You're listening to live pregame coverage. Thank you so much. You're listening to live pregame coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers home opener right here on 247miami.tv. My name is George West, and I thank you for tuning in and taking part of your day to listen to the pre-bout coverage. Now, we're going to be bringing you all the action live right here on 247miami.tv in a very short, yes, that's right, just about 52 minutes. 52 minutes away from the 2014-2015 season opener Miami's Vice City Rollers. And joining me on the mic right now, and I'm so thankful and happy that she's here, we've got A. Sasson from the juniors team, and she's joined by her mom, which is also Anna Sasson. That's right. I knew it was Sasson and Anna and then A. I just wanted to make sure I got everything right so I didn't get hit in the face with the roller skate. But you are the young lady who started hygiene for the hopeful. Just pass it over to her.
Go ahead.
It's all good.
Talk right into it. Make sure you get it right up there.
So for those of you who don't know, Hygiene for the Hopeful is a grassroots charity started by an 11-year-old A. Sasson, right over here. She's joining me on the show right now, of Miami's Lil Miss Demeanors Junior Roller Derby team. Now, this charity collects unused and unwanted travel size hygiene products, like the ones you get when you go to the hotels at Disney and Marco Island. They got the little soaps and shampoos. And everybody collects 4 or 5 more than you need. You end up bringing them home, and then they just sit there and collect dust. Right? It's a problem worldwide.
I'll use these next trip. No, because the hotel still has another set for you whenever you get there.
There you
So
go.
you never use them.
Yeah, you never. So what you've decided to do? Well, no, I'd rather. Why don't you tell the folks what they decided to do?
So what'd you do?
I was roaming through the garage and I found a whole bunch of them. And I was like, well, what do we do with this? Like, we're cleaning out the garage. And my mom's like, throw it away. I said, no, I want to donate them. Like, we need to do something. We need to get rid of these and put them to use. So I went and I looked up charities around to, see where they were. And I found something called Place of Hope. And it's a distressed children's shelter. And I donated there. And about a week later, I went up to my mom. I was like, we need more. I need to do this. I love donating. I want to make a change. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing
you.
that you saw a need that needed to be filled. You saw some stuff in your garage that most of us would look at it and think that's garbage. Some of us would look at all that soap and think, where's the closest public fountain? That would be me.
Mall fountain.
But no, you decided that you were going to do something noble with it, and so are your parents helping you with this as far as the collection of it and then hauling it from point A to point B, that kind of thing?
Yeah, my dad's a really big helper with it. He's always motivating me to make it bigger, and we just finished the paperwork for the 501c.
Get out of town. You're 11 years old and you have a 501c. 13 now. 13. So you've been doing this for 2 years. 2 years. And over the period of 2 years, now you've developed into you are a real legit charity. You're up there with like Red Cross. You're just as legit as they are. Okay. Do you have a website?
We're actually working on all that right this moment.
I know you have a Facebook page.
Facebook page, and it's facebook.com Hygiene for the Hopeful. All
Okay.
spelled out all together. We are in the process of getting a website built for her. That has been taking some time because it's obviously very expensive.
Gotcha.
When she won her scholarship, we've used some of the funds to help with some of that. And so we're still in the process of the website. We do have the URL observed already, or reserved, I should say, and that is hygieneforthehopeful.com.
Okay, so you own the domain name.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a matter of the mechanics of putting it together at this point.
Exactly.
But it's right around the corner. 2015, we're going to see a website for the charity.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you have an attorney then?
Yes.
Okay. She has an attorney. This is legit. This
the
is something
world,
to get
this
behind.
is the world we live in. This is the world, but I mean, it's amazing that on one side of it, yeah, she started a charity to do a noble thing, and she needs an attorney. But she started a charity to do a noble thing at 11 years old. Most 11-year-old kids aren't doing anything like this. They're wanting to watch SpongeBob,
video games,
video games, go to the mall, that kind of thing. But no, this young lady wants to change the world. She wants to make it a better place, and that's inspiring. No, don't poo-poo it. You really are. You're an inspiration, young lady.
You put in the work.
So Hygiene for the Hopeful, grassroots charity started by when she was 11 years old. Now a full-on 501c charity, just as legit can be. So if you've got those shampoo-style soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, toothbrushes, others, those little one-time use toiletries, they want to hear from you. So find them on Facebook. It's Hygiene for the Hopeful. You can find them on Facebook. And through the Facebook page, you can find out how to donate, all that. In addition to all the things that I've mentioned, the soap, the shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrushes, now that we've got the paperwork, now that we're legit, you know what's just as good as that, Craig?
Talk to me, George.
Cold, hard cash.
I'd take that.
Cold, hard cash. It's a lot easier for me to donate because I said this earlier, so I'm going to rehash the joke. I don't have to have that awkward moment with the hotel maid where I've got the pillowcase and I'm filling it up with the stuff.
Hey, wait! I just stocked the cart. Stocked the cart. It's only 2 per room.
No, I don't want to have that moment. Okay, so it's much easier for me to whip out a credit card or write a check or to reach into my wallet and be able to pull out $20 than to have to go and travel. Now, don't get me wrong. When I do travel, I'm still gonna steal as much crap out of the cart as I can because that's the American way, and that's how I roll. In the meantime, you can take cash donations now. Yeah.
Okay, but you're accepting here as well. So not only until the website is built and you guys are accepting that kind of thing. Yeah. So here at the matches and whenever you're present and all that sort of stuff. So bring them here, right? So
when you come to the bouts, when people come to the bouts,
okay,
they can bring the soaps, the shampoos, all that. They can bring it to you here, but they can also bring you cash donations here as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
you heard it.
Awesome.
Again, I can't tell you how amazing it is. And you, young lady, you've got to be one proud mama. I know your daddy's proud.
I'm very, very proud.
I know her daddy's proud.
Yes.
As one father, and observing, being that you're on the juniors team, I'm very, very thankful that my little creeping angel is, skating with you, learning at the foot, of the shadow of the mountain that I know you're going to be in your life. You are amazing, young lady. You are amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for coming
you very
by.
much.
And modest too.
Indeed.
Okay, guys, we're 45 minutes away from the home opener for the Miami's Vice City Rollers. We've got the Jingle Brawlers taking on the Mistletoe Misfits.
And real quick, George, just by the way, if you do have any of those toiletries or cash donations that you want to down to the rink, Suniland Arena right here in Pinecrest, go ahead. December 13th, that's today. You can stop by. January 31st, they're here at home. Also, February 21st, March 21st here at home, April 18th here at home. And then I believe there are away games the rest of the time. But you can also contact us at 247miami.tv, and we'll be happy to put you in touch with the right
point
property.
you in the right direction. All right.
Exactly.
Coming up next on the show, we've got Mary Khaos.
Hello. There you go.
So, Mary Khaos, are you on the Miami Vice City Rollers, or are you from out of town?
I'm a visiting skater.
Well, welcome to South Florida.
Well, thanks.
Okay, where are you from?
I I'll give you where I live now. I'm actually skating for Tampa Roller Derby.
Okay.
I just moved down here from Maryland, from Baltimore. I was skating with Charm City Roller Girls last
That's
year.
it. I have to go sit down.
Well, welcome onto the right side of the Mason-Dixon line.
I'm from
first of all.
Pittsburgh, so.
That's unfortunate. I'm actually originally from Central PA. Families from
You're
Philly,
both from the wrong side of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm sorry. But, hey, you're on the right side of it now. All right? You know, so welcome to the South.
Well, thank you.
So what's the difference between, Yankee Roller Derby and the way we do things down south?
Honestly, East Coast Roller Derby is very similar. The teams from Vice, teams like Vice are learning, like Tampa and Jacksonville, who are learning from Gotham, Philly, Charm City, all the northern teams. Gotham, 4-time world champion, they are kind of the go-to. It's once you get West Coast that the style kind of changes up. An international derby. I saw that we have Team Switzerland here.
Yes.
International
we just
derby.
interviewed her. She was amazing.
She's awesome. It's way different. It's interesting because they don't get to play us, so they don't get to develop strategies based on what they see us do.
So, like, give us an example of a nuance that you would like, a striking difference that, like, something obvious. Like, here's East Coast, and this is what's different about it in West Coast.
So on the lower tiers of Derby, you get to see these nuances a little bit more distinctly. So East Coast still tends to be very old school walls, 4-person walls you'll cross the track, where on the West Coast they'll work in diamonds and triangles a lot, and it'll be a little bit more fluid.
So different defensive postures and things like that.
Absolutely, yeah, a little bit different on the offensive as well. East Coast tends to hold back on the offense, where West Coast is not really afraid to attack. Same with international. International is very offensive.
So more like whenever you're talking football, West Coast offense versus East Coast defense. Okay,
where if you throw an international, that's like throwing in a wildcat formation.
Okay, gotcha.
Whoa.
Where
Okay.
anybody can score and anybody can run, and
Yep.
they're passing the hat back and forth
Exactly.
between people. Gotcha.
So you don't see it very often in Derby, but it is it can happen where a jammer can pull off the cover off the helmet, pass it back to somebody else.
Not just anyone. So when you look at a pack, you will see the star, and then you'll see a stripe, and that's the pivot. The pivot is allowed to take a cap pass.
Okay.
Pivot's the only one. And once the cap is passed, you cannot pass it back to the original jammer.
So it's a one-time deal.
One-time deal. And you see it a lot more now that some of the rules have changed a little bit. It's a little bit easier to pass the cap. They've loosened up a lot. So you'll see it a lot more now for teams who will use it as a defensive strategy to kind of stop the point bleeding.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Understood.
So it's almost like it's similar to the lead jammer being able to stop the
That's exactly right. So the lead jammer will usually stop the jam when the opposing jammer has broken the pack. Try and grab a couple points and call it off, because it's better to get a 3-0 jam than a 3-3.
Got
right?
you.
We're looking at differentials.
So you're strategically denying the team points.
Exactly.
And going for the W.
That's
and this is the to quote our former president George W. The strategery.
Right.
The
That's
strategery
exactly right.
of roller derby comes into it.
If I'm a weaker jammer and I can't get through that wall, but my pivot is in front of the wall, and I can take that cap off and pass it over the wall, now she's in front of all the blockers. She doesn't have anyone to fight. She can break the pack, make that other jammer call it quicker.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you guys are putting some
So a little
they
insight.
take this for real.
Yep.
There's some serious thought. The slide ruler has been broken out. We got a chalkboard going. We're watching game film.
I have my abacus out, and I still don't know what to do with it.
Okay. So who are you skating for tonight?
Tonight I'm red. I don't know who red is.
The red is the Mistletoe Misfits.
I guess I should have looked that up before.
Yes. All right. So you'll be skating with Disaster Chief.
Yes.
Guinevere.
Yep.
The Duchess of Pain. Fancy Feast. Nerf Hurt Her.
Okay.
Battlestar Valkyrie. Powwow Panther. Sugar Slap, who's the coach of the juniors team. She's
Indeed.
amazing. Lucy Lunatic.
Mhm.
RollBoy. Yourself. And, of course, the Duke of Pain.
Excellent.
Okay. Duke of Pain. Never seen that guy before. Mr. John Meninga.
I think he might have been the one that was moved over to the black team.
Oh,
that
okay.
might be the speed skater.
Well, then they need to give us an updated
I
roster,
know.
people.
Jeez.
What are you going to do
They're
over here?
slacking.
We're doing our best.
There were brown M&Ms in the green room. Just
I
by
have
the
to
way.
ask: do roller derby teams that you dealt with before? Do they get media coverage like this? I mean, are there local media groups that are helping out and getting involved?
It really depends. It depends on how open the local media is to rec sports, quote unquote. It's tough in a lot of media areas because so many teams are fighting for coverage.
Right.
So you don't get it too often. Not a full setup like this. Mohawk Valley Cup up in Rome, New York, will have a local radio station will stream over the radio the entire tournament. It's a men's tournament.
Oh, so something like this, except
But terrestrial radio, so only
Right.
So okay.
Yeah. Other than that, what usually ends up happening is we end up buying streaming coverage. So all of our WFTA.TV, WFTDA.TV, the World Cup,
Gotcha.
the MRDA championships, all of that is the tournament organizers went out and they purchased time essentially to stream it online. So it's kind of a pay-per-view thing.
Okay.
So it's better than nothing. So that way I don't have to go to Texas or London or Nashville. I can watch from home.
Well, again, this is something we've talked about several times this evening. In that Derby, the community.
So good.
That it is so tight, and
So
I mean,
good.
you were talking like Navy SEAL tight here.
Mhm.
That and the question I've been asking everybody, so I'll put it to you.
Okay.
Let's say you're in some strange city, right?
It's already happened.
Okay.
I already know
All
where
right.
this is going.
All right. You get busted. Can you
Oh.
pick up the phone and call somebody in
Oh,
Derby
yeah.
for some bail money?
So here's my example. It's not quite that bad, but
Okay.
I was driving
We
cross
have an
country.
anecdote. All right.
I was driving cross country because I do weird things like that, and I ran out of gas in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Of all places.
Of all places.
Should have made that left turn in Albuquerque.
I know, right? I thought of Bugs Bunny the whole time. I went on my Facebook and said, "Oh God, I'm stranded. I'm in Albuquerque. Help!" It just so happened that a girl I skated with at the Dublin Rollers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, had moved out to Duke City.
Okay.
So she reposted it on her Facebook. Within 20 minutes, I had 3 Duke City girls there at the 7-Eleven, like buying me a Red Bull and giving me $20 for gas to get me out of town just until my next check cleared.
Wow. All right.
They saved me, and it was great because then I got to play at RollerCon with those girls and see them again, and I built
keep hearing
friendships.
stories like that, and that's what blows me away about Derby
awesome.
is the community is so tight knit. Everybody knows everybody, and even if you don't know everybody, it's kind of like what was it? I don't think it was Hoffa, but Hoffa quoted the quote. So I'm quoting the quoter, saying that never let a stranger in your house unless he be a friend of labor.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing, where you I may not know you, but we're into this thing together, and that links us.
I can go to almost any city in the world and know that I will have a couch to crash on. I'm planning trips to coach in the UK and Australia for next year in 2016, and I already have people that are willing to let me couch surf and give me rides to the leagues.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
great.
Well, thank you so much for coming by tonight. Good
Thank
luck
you for
on the
having
track.
me.
We're what are we at? We're just about 27 minutes away. No, 37 minutes. 37 minutes away from live coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers home opener. My name's George West. I'm joined by Craig Cook, the host of Metal and Mayhem, heard right here every Friday night, 10 o'clock on 247miami.tv. In addition to that, he's one of those 3 knuckleheads that you can hear every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on the 305 Nuts. Now, we got to take a short break and pause for the cause, but stick around because we're going to be back in just about 3-4 minutes. We're going to play a little Christmas music for you, but when we come back, we've got more pre-bout coverage. We're going to be talking to some more of the skaters, some more of the organizers, some more of the people, maybe some of even the spectators that are out here to check out tonight's home opener. It's going to be amazing, and there's still time for you to get down here. All you got to do, hop in the car, head on US 1, get to Southwest 152nd Street. You're going to head east 20 feet, hang a left, and you'll see the Christmas lights that decorated the roller rink with. It's amazing out here tonight. The crowd is starting to come out. We're starting to see the skaters. They're getting out there. They're warming up. It's going to be an amazing night of roller derby action. You'll be able to catch all of it live right here on 247miami.tv. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
It's so exciting, baby. I love you and you love me, and that's the way it's got to be. Hey, I loved you from the start. We're time of breaking each other's hearts. Never send a letter, you say. Tell me why is it always this way? Where is love? Where is Betsy, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. All the children are talking their beds. Children, fairies dancing in beds. Snowball fight it up. It's so exciting, baby, yeah. I love you and you love me, and that's the way it's got to be. I loved you from the start, cause Christmas ain't the time for breaking each other's hearts. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Well, friend, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're heaven tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. Sing the love song, we die alone. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the middle, we can build a snowman. Then pretend that he is boss around. We'll say, oh, you're married, we'll say, no, man. You can do the job when you're in town. Later on, you can inspire as we dream by the fire. Beats on a parade, whatever that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, yeah. He's the softest clown. We had lots of fun with Mr. Snowman till the other kids come around. When it snows, ain't it pretty? When your nose gets a chillin', probably good play Eskimo way. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland, yeah. Walking in a winter wonderland, yeah. Walking in a winter, walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Winter wonderland. Winter wonderland. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Craig Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem, heard live here every Friday night on 247miami.tv. We are broadcasting live from Suniland Arena right here in Pinecrest, corner of US 1 and Southwest 152 Street. You can't miss it. It's lit up like a Christmas tree, and when I say that, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. We're going to kill the music right now. We're going to go ahead and kill the music right now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to tell you about what's going on tonight. Tonight we have pre-season scrimmage match, Co Ed Jingle Brawlers versus Mistletoe Misfits, right here at Suniland Arena, happening tonight. Admission is only $5. Kids 10 and under. Lots going on this evening. We have player interviews. We're going to be going over the schedule and the rules of roller derby itself. So stay tuned right here. George West is your host this evening. I'm co-hosting the pre-bout banter, as it were, for the pre-game. Just to let you guys know, I wanted to tell you guys about the basic rules of the roller derby. We've been talking all night long to all these guys and gals going out there, and they're going to bust their ass for you.
They're throwing big words at you like jam and blocker, and you're sitting home, on your computer thinking,
yeah, if you're at home playing
what the hell is that?
Playing the 24/7 home game, You have no idea what's going on right now. So here we go. We're gonna break down the rules right now. The basic roller derby rules are as follows. There are 14 skaters per roster, and there are 5 skaters per jam. A jam is going to be one of the timed bout sections. So per jam, 5 skaters. 4 of those 5 are going to be blockers, 1 jammer. 60 minutes of play divided into
one pivot blocker that the jammer will be able to pass the star hood cover over to.
Exactly.
So you look at the star, that's the jammer. The stripe is the pivot blocker, and everybody else is a blocker.
Exactly. 60 minutes of play divided into 2 30-minute segments with a 5-minute halftime. The team with the most points obviously ends wins at the end of time. The period that ends the completion is the last 2-minute jam. There's no limit to the number of jams that can take place in any particular period. Jams are 2 minutes long with 30 seconds between each jam. The jams are going to be start by a 1 whistle blow. They're going to be signified and end by 4 whistle blows. And the lead jammer front, they can call off the jam use of taps to the hip. There are no tie scores in roller derby. At the end of the tie game, a sudden death jam will occur, just like in football. So many similarities here, Georgia. Each team gets 3 1-minute timeouts, so there's a series of timeouts. Now let's get back to what you were saying earlier about the pivot blocker and the jammer. I think that is an important key piece. We had a couple interviews even
there's strategy involved in this.
Right, exactly.
So roller derby.
So you have the jammer. They have the star on the cap. And then you have the pivot blocker who has the line on the cap.
Right.
So if you get into a situation where the jammer is completely
behind a wall of blockers,
they can literally take off their hat.
The pivot blocker can position themselves in front of that wall. The jammer can take off the cover with the star, pass it over the wall to the pivot blocker. She puts it on. Now she's the jammer. Now that's it though. You can't switch back. And then now she's in front, so she can get around and get in front of that pack and score some points. And then potentially, by tapping her hips, end the jam early and deny the other team the opportunity to score. So there's a lot of strategics involved. Strategery. Let's quote the former president. There's a lot of strategery involved in here.
It depends on what your definition of is.
Oh, man. Really? Is that where we're going to presidential impersonations?
Well, I'm just saying.
All right, let's catch up on Derby news here. Our first story coming out of Denver. No matter how tough algebra, French, chemistry become at school, there are no knee pads. Yes, no knee pads in school. There are no helmets to stop the sticks and stones thrown by high school hallways. There was a young who got behind a lot because she was so worried about everybody else. That's one Shelby Bacon. She was 15 years old and went to a Denver online high school sophomore. Real bumps and bruises. She's got a lot on her legs right now, and she takes pride in those. But somehow she says they feel a lot better than words that are supposed to hurt you. Apparently, she used to get picked on a lot in school, and she found Derby. And through Derby, she was able to overcome all that bullying and all that kind of negative attention that she was being paid. And through Derby, she was able to find herself, find her own inner strength, become her own hero. And that is things that you got a lot of alpha females out here who are empowering themselves. And that is an amazing thing to see, especially, me being a father of 3 young ladies. I'm looking for anything and everything that I can do to put my young daughters next to that are going to make them better, stronger, more fierce women.
Better team players.
Sure. And Derby provides all of that. Next story coming out of Dallas, Texas. Teams from 30 countries and 6 continents gathered to compete in the Roller Derby World Cup. We just spoke to somebody who was there competing. The U.S. beat England in the finals to take the trophy. It was the first time that the tournament was sponsored, and was sponsored by Blood and Thunder magazine, and it's been held since 2011. So just a few things going on in the world of roller derby. In addition to tonight's home opener, we've got a lot of other stuff. When's the next time we're going to be out here?
Actually, I have the whole schedule right here.
Break it down like a fraction.
There we go. So right here, obviously, this is the Open Co Ed Scrimmage. We're going to be covering this up until 7 o'clock.
Then we turned it over to Will the Thrill.
Will the Thrill and DJ Nancy Starr already kicking out some jams over there from.
Yes, you get the crowd pumped up. Man.
Absolutely. Second bout is going to be January 31st, right here at home against the Molly Rogers. Then the third bout of the season is going to be February 21st. Revolution Roller Derby doubleheader with the juniors here at home.
So the juniors team will be playing. That'll be the first time we're going to cover that.
Oh, we're gonna be covering that.
Dude,
as well.
we're doing all these.
All
We're
right,
doing all these.
absolutely.
All the
March
home ones.
21st, Fort Pierce doubleheader with the Key West Derby Dames. The April 18th bout is going to be the Central Derby Demons, also here at home, and then we start the away leg of the season. Fort Pierce doubleheader.
They're playing down in Key West.
At Key West, Central Derby Demons away on the 23rd of May. August 8th, Molly Rogers is away. September 12th, Revolution Roller Derby doubleheader with the juniors is away. And then October 3rd at Fort Pierce with the Key West Derby Dames at Fort Pierce.
Those Key West away games are dangerous. They're dangerous. Octavio! All right, man. We got some more guests coming up here. First, coming up next on the show, we've got Fancy Feast with her amazing eye makeup.
Outstanding.
So welcome to the show, Fancy Feast. Thank you for coming on.
Watch yourself. There's a lot of equipment in that we don't want
Yeah,
to
and
trip yourself.
she's in full on derby gear. You are ready to go, minus a mouthpiece.
Correct.
No, but, okay.
She has
right here, ready to go.
So obviously you're skating for the red team tonight.
Yes.
Now, are you part of the Miami Vice City Rollers, or are you from out of town?
I'm from out of town, but I'm a former Miami skater.
Okay, fancy. Well, welcome
Yes.
back.
Thank
Welcome back.
you.
Where are you coming from now?
I live in Ocala now.
Oh, Slow Cala.
Slow Cala, that's
Yes.
right.
Yes. I have many memories of Slow Cala. Yeah.
A
All right,
little
moving
different
on.
than Miami, yes.
A lot of horse farms.
Yes, exactly.
And not much else. So what brings you back down south?
To play today.
Really?
Yes.
So you came down exclusively for this?
Exclusively to play with my old teammates.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So
And it's off season, so our season up there starts.
Ocala has a derby team.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
actually where I started, and then I moved here to Miami for a year,
Okay.
and now I'm back there. But
Okay.
this is really my home team.
So you're from Ocala?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
No, I'm not originally from Ocala.
Oh, you're not originally from
No,
Ocala.
No.
Okay, well, never mind.
We don't need to go there.
Okay. Never mind.
There's a story there.
No.
I went to high school in Ocala. We could have gone to the same high school.
Where'd you go?
I went to First,
Oh, you went to Forest.
Vanguard, and Lake Weir.
Oh, okay.
I went to 4 high schools in 4 years.
Oh, wow.
The last one was in Kentucky, where I basically spent 15, 20 minutes of my senior year actually in school.
I've heard this story. This is awesome.
It's just, it doesn't matter. Suffice to say that in the state of Florida, it takes more credits to graduate than it does in the state of Kentucky. So I showed up more credits as a junior than was required to graduate in Kentucky. Well, welcome. Here's your diploma.
Oh, wow.
But, I had to show up for 15 minutes. Apparently, that's a law. Who knew? It's Kentucky. All right, so you're scooting for the red team tonight.
Yes.
All right. Any predictions?
It's really hard to say. I know probably about half of the people that are playing tonight, but the other half I don't know.
Okay.
So it's kind
Does
of
that make it interesting?
Yes, it does. It makes it very interesting.
So but that's what you came down here for, to hone your skill set, to get deadly on the track.
Yes.
So playing with some folks that you know.
Yes.
And with some surprise elements thrown in there, that can't help but to help you achieve your goal of becoming a better roller derby.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So predictions.
Predictions?
From the people you know out there, who should we be keeping an eye on tonight?
Oh. Well, I'll tell you one of my favorites is Tallygator.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yes. So definitely want to keep an
I
eye
think
out
she
for
very
her.
well may have been born with roller skates on.
Yes. She's definitely somebody I look up to as a skater. Nauti Seacups. Of course, those two are both on the opposing team, so.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna have a bad night.
No.
No.
I'm ready.
Okay. You ready? Are you ready to throw down?
I'm ready.
Okay. I love it. All right. So, Fancy Feast, thank you so much for coming on the show. Good luck on the track tonight.
All right. Thank you
And
very much.
have a safe trip back to Slow Cala.
While I have a microphone.
Feel free.
I'm over 40, or that are over 40 that think about skating and think, I can't do it. It's been years since I've done it. I'm doing it, and I love it. So. Wanted to add
I'm
that
also over 40 and good for you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for letting me say that.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming on the show.
All right.
Thanks for giving us over 40s encouragement as well.
No. Geriatric roller derby people.
Jared's all the smart
I
voice
don't.
because I
Not
forgot
for me.
that I took it the first time.
I prefer to be on this side of the microphone and watch the action happen rather than to strap on a pair of skates and headphones. Now, coming up next on the show, we've got the Duke of Pain, also an out of town skater who's come in.
Don't be afraid of it.
Don't be afraid of that microphone.
Don't
So,
make
Duke,
it weird, just let it happen.
where are you from, man?
Originally from Virginia, but live in Key West.
Okay, so you live in Key West, and are you skating down there, or are you part of the?
Actually, my wife and I started the derby team down there, Key West Derby Dames.
Okay.
In Kentucky and Tennessee with Nashville Roller Girls.
Accent right off the bat. I knew we were kindred spirits. All right.
So I started reffing up there, and then my wife was playing the Duchess of Pain, and then came down here and started a league, and our sister team is Miami City Vice Rollers.
My advice. Okay,
Yep.
all right. So yeah, they just recently had a Co Ed Scrimmage with you guys down
Right.
there. What, last month?
Right, and that was our first one.
And okay, all right. So you're just now starting to get the team rolling. This is your first year.
Right, we're pretty much done with our first year. All we did was a lot of recruiting, getting girls focused on actually doing bouts and everything.
Okay, so in the 2015 year, we're going to see a lot more of the Key West Derby girls.
Hopefully.
Okay, all right.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Where can we find you guys? Got a website? Are you on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook. If you look up Key West Derby Dames, like our page, and there it is.
Okay, all right. Well, congratulations for coming up here tonight. We appreciate you coming out. You're skating for the red team tonight, yeah?
That's it.
Okay, all right. Predictions?
I don't know. It seems like they stacked the black team pretty well, but
Yeah, they did. You're.
I know the
I don't
guys
feel
that-
good for you, man.
that's all right. I've seen them play. I've played with them, so no worries. Only person that's got to watch out is Deadly Edly on the black team, because the
No.
guys on the red team are definitely gunning for him.
Okay.
We all ref, and all the refs together going after one ref.
Okay.
No head.
I don't want to be the guy that points out that they're all going after the black guy.
Whoa.
But it's not like
Oh,
that.
no, he's on-
it's not like
he's
that.
got a
It's
black
not
shirt.
like that. He's on the black team, but it's not like that
That's
at
the
all.
Duchess right there.
Okay, this is the Duchess of Pain and the
How are
Duke
you,
of
Duchess?
Pain. Welcome to South Florida.
And if you come to our house,
welcome
it's
up
the House
north.
of Pain.
The House of Pain. Okay. And if you break the law, that's where you have to go.
That's where you got to
He
go.
who breaks the law must go back to the House of Pain. All right. Well, thank you so much, Duke,
All right,
for
thank
coming
you.
on the show. We appreciate you. You are listening
Thanks,
to
man.
live
Good luck.
pre-bout coverage of Miami Vice City's Rollers home opener. Tonight is a co-ed scrimmage. We've got skaters from Key West. We've got skaters from Switzerland, from Ocala. Yeah, Ocala, Florida. We've got skaters from right here in Miami, and the benches are filling up. It's a good crowd out here tonight. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. There's Salvador Brawley right over there. Let me scoot down. I picked that name up off the ground. There we go. And we've got the junior teams out here, and they are collecting money as well as hygiene products. You know, the kinds you get at hotels for hygiene for the hopeful. It's only $5 to get in, and if you just happen to be under 10 years old, 100% free. I'm just going to let you come right on in. Or you could be one of these sad sacks that I'm seeing over here that are just kind of peeking through the fence and not paying the $5 to come in. But I think somebody went out there and had a friendly conversation with them, so they were able to come in and get some good seats. So we're looking at Mr. Louis Chacon here as well, who's putting the final touches on the television broadcast that we've got coming down the pike very soon. I believe you're actually looking at the God's Eye view picture of the track. That camera is just about 20 feet above the crowd. So we're able to get a nice view of almost the entire track. You're going to be able to see all the action, as well as cameras that we're going to have at eye level down here on the track that you're going to be able to. We're going to be switching back out, just like a real television broadcast, right here on your internet, people. And that's all coming to you live, courtesy of 247miami.tv, the Miami's Vice City Rollers, and that's it. No corporate sponsorship attached to this whatsoever. This is absolutely grassroots movement. Everybody who's out here, nobody's getting paid. Everybody's out here because this is something that they love. This is an amazing sport. That's something that they want to be part of.
That's
from
something
the players
you
to the
bring up-
broadcast team to
Great
the
point.
fans, to everybody. And
Nobody came on the interview and said, I'm in it for the I'm in it for the fame. No, they all talked about camaraderie, teamwork,
the community,
spirit of the whole culture of roller derby, how they can go anywhere, and they're helping each other. They're putting each other up at their houses. They're paying their bail, their gas money, buying Red Bulls for one another as they're stranded out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, that's
Dinners.
what's coming across here is that this is a
that's-
family.
Yeah, absolutely. This is exactly. Great word, family. I mean, we've transcended community here. And look at the smiles of these ladies out here. Red team, black team, they're going to be competing against each other in just 15 short minutes from now. The home opener gets started. And right now, they are out there skating shoulder to shoulder. They're the best of friends. And it's going to be an amazing event here this evening at the Suniland hockey rink. Now, you still got a few minutes to get down here. We're just about 15 minutes away from the opener. We are located at the Suniland hockey rink, 9200 Coral Reef Drive, right here in Miami, Florida. US 1 to Southwest 2nd Street. You're going to head east, and we're right there. The golf course is right there. The roller derby rink is right there. and we're right here. You can't miss us. Big as life, twice as ugly. Just look for the Christmas lights. We've got the banners are up. The broadcast team is out here. 247miami.tv is in full effect. And we're doing it to it, man. We brought you, at this point, we're just about 10 minutes away from wrapping up here and throwing it to Will the Thrill. But I've had a really good time here tonight talking to the folks, talking to the men and women who are involved with me. And I've got to tell you, my favorite interview tonight was with Assassin. The young lady, 13 years old, who 2 years ago started this charity collecting hygiene products for homeless folks and for folks in need, and providing it for it at 11 years old. Now, obviously, she's had some parent help from her folks, but still, you don't see 11-year-old children doing this sort of thing. That is inspirational. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've got to work harder now because I want to be outdone by some little 11-year-old girl. And whatever it takes you to get there.
What an impact she's made too so far.
Whatever it takes to get you there.
She has an attorney.
But she's got the full 501c at 13 years old.
I don't have an attorney.
And she's making it happen. But I know her parents are very, very involved. They're always out here at every Wednesday and Sunday night. Either mom or dad are here with her for the juniors practice. As a matter of fact, Anna Sapp is a member of Miami's Vice City Rollers. Now, she's nursing an injury right now, and the only reason that she's not scrimmaging out there with them tonight. But we've got some amazing Derby action. So but while we've got the opportunity, before we shut it down and turn over to Will the Thrill, let's take a second to look through the roster and talk about some of these players and who's coming up and what's going down the pike tonight. So start me off there. Who do we got first from the black team?
From the black team, number 000, I have I can't even pronounce that. Desdemona Lot.
Desdemona, yeah, like Desdemona Lot.
I don't have my specs on.
Okay,
that's part of that.
It's dark too. It's starting to get dark out here. They turned on the lights at the stadium, and we've got we're operating in the blind here. So I'm looking at my stuff here for Desdemona. Do I have any information about her?
We have some fun facts about some of these players, so we're gonna try to give that to you.
Desdemona. She must have just been added to the roster here in the last few minutes.
Number 210, Killa V.
Killa V. Now Killa V is one of the coaches of the Derby team, along with Sugar Slap. She's a very, very aggressive skater, single mom, and loves to get into this because she loves to mix it up. She really, really does. And what do they got on here for her fun facts there, Kriggles?
Who's that for
Killer V?
For Killer V?
Do we have fun facts for her? Did they add her to the mix too? Here we go. All right. She's a single chunga with 2 daughters. Her youngest, Thriller Godzilla, is a member of the junior team. We interviewed her a little bit older.
Yes.
And she's been skating since she was 7 years old. V's an artist. She likes to draw, especially movie characters, and designs the team's flyers. So all the artwork for the team gets designed by Killer V. All right, who's up next on the black team?
305, Tallygator.
Tallygator, one of the founding members of Miami Vice City Roll. She started the team with 4 years ago. And let me see, where do we got here? Tallygator. I know she's on here somewhere. Having to go through my notes. Tallygator, number 305. She's been a strict vegetarian for over 13 years. You poor thing. You poor thing. Tally, I just want you to know, us meat eaters, you can come back and have a rack of ribs with us anytime you want to. You are welcome back to the fold anytime you want to, Tally. She likes exploring the macro world of bugs, reptiles, arachnids through photography. And if you've seen her Facebook page, she gets up close and personal with all those critters.
I haven't seen it yet.
She does.
Take a look.
And she has apparently taught her cat to sit on demand.
There you go.
All right, I think we're getting ready to turn it over to Will the Thrill. He's going to be doing the breakdown and introducing all the players as it goes on right now. I'm actually looking for my itinerary. I got so much paper in front of me at this point. We've been doing this for an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, almost a 2-hour marathon right here.
Yeah, but we've done well. We've done well. All right, 10 minutes away from the home opener. Will the Thrill's taking it over, and he's talking about the team and introducing some of the players. So let's keep going down the roster there. Who else?
Well, I was going to say, with the 5 minutes left, we do have to give some credit. First off, you are listening to 247miami.tv, the radio network, the YouTube channel as well. If you're seeing us on YouTube, I'd like to thank Louis Chacon. He is the technical director, owner, and operator of 247miami.tv, host of all the shows here on 247miami.tv.
None of this would be possible without Louis.
Without Louis Chacon. Of course, you have the George West Show, and there you can hear the George West Show
right here. Saturday nights, 8 o'clock. Monday nights, 8 o'clock. Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. This week we'll be running a best of because I didn't do a show today because I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here doing 2 hours of live radio and pre-bout coverage.
And then you have the Roy O Show with Roy Perez. You have It's Dirty Laundry with both
The Fantasy Frauds, the Sports Smackdown, The Authority,
Radio
which is a great
X.
show, Radio X, Metal and Mayhem.
305,
There's something for everybody.
305 Network Under the Sun heard every Wednesday. So for if you're looking for a variety of talk and music shows, make sure you check out the website. Check out the schedule right there online. Go to www.247miami.tv. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Make sure you guys play the home game with us. We are here at Suniland Arena.
Find us and like us on Facebook. You know, we want to let you know that it is a perfect night for roller derby out here.
It is cool.
0% chance of rain.
No humidity.
We're looking at 37% humidity, which is awesome for,
Almost
for
nothing.
South Florida.
Yes.
Almost nothing. Feels like about 72 degrees, and it is predicted to be just like this for the rest of the night.
Make sure you come down to the arena. There are some vendors here selling some things. Do notice that we do have one of our really good friends, the people from MIA Brewing are here as well.
Oh, well, are we going to play them a visit here very
Hopefully
shortly?
they have either the Miami Vice or the 305 IPA on tap, and that's
Okay.
one of the best
We'll definitely have to
IPAs
check
I've
it
ever
out.
tested.
Okay, we're getting ready to switch over to the TV side of things. We're going to take you live right now to Will the Thrill. You may see a slight interruption in the programming
Just
as we make the switch.
refresh the link.
Just
That's all you got to
refresh
do.
the link. Just be patient. Give us a minute. We're going to be right back with you. You've been listening to pre-bout coverage live right here on 24/7 with Miami TV. My name is George West, joined by the Craig Cook from the 305 Nuts.
Thank you very
Thank you very much. See you back here in 1 month, January the 31st, when we welcome the Molly Rogers to South Florida. Until then, keep one foot in the gutter, one hand in the gold. We'll see you on the flip side.
Rock on.